As I sit down today to write out the iWealth quarterly report for this year's third quarter, there are many items that come to mind as I reflect on the past few months and look to the end of this year. Some of those items are stock market returns and what's in store for the future. And of course, how could COVID-19 not come to mind as it now penetrates all aspects of our lives, from the precautions we've taken to the enormous amount of anxiety and stress that many people are under, as well as the illness itself. Family also comes to mind, as many of us have had more time than usual to spend with our family over the past 6 months. So let's start with the markets. Unsurprisingly, we have seen a ton of volatility this year, from the February dips that were setting new records daily to the now famous V recovery that we have all witnessed. It certainly has not been a market for the faint of heart. Thankfully, we've seen that if you were able to turn off the TV, not pay too much attention to your March 31st statements, then for most part, you've been likely recovered what you've lost on paper. However, when you really dig into the numbers, this year, it's clear we had some big contrasts. For example, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is an index that measures the performance of 30 large company stocks, it's down 1.3% year to date. On the other hand, the S&P 500, an index that measures 500 large company stocks, is up 5.1% through the first 3 quarters of this year. And when we dig deeper in, we see the Russell 1000 Growth Index, which it measures 1,000 growth companies. It's actually up 23.3% for the year. While the opposite index, the Russell 1000 Value Index, which is 1,000 value companies, it's down 11%. What this contrast means for you is that tech names that you own have far outpaced the value companies, the ones I call BOG, big, old, and good. The names like GE and Chevron, they come to mind. All that said, here's the major question we all have on our minds. Will things stay this way? Will growth continue to outperform value, or will they swap? History has told us that they'll swap at some point. And although we would never pick one over the other, it does make sense to keep an eye on the value stocks because they will come back eventually. On the same note, one last thing to keep in mind is that not all bonds are created equally. And it's important to own the right bonds during this low interest rate environment. Here's the bottom line. We are here at iWealth. We're looking to help you stay focused on your goals while we take the responsibility of focusing on the markets and the makeup of the portfolios we manage. No matter what happens with the market, we're still here to help you achieve the goals that we helped you set. Now, unfortunately, I'm afraid we cannot get away without discussing COVID-19. After all, COVID-19 has quite literally affected everybody on the planet. And just take a minute to think about that. It's not only about you, it's about the lives of everyone around this world. So what can we learn from it? What can we do differently going forward to be a better person, spouse, parent, friend? Personally, I've learned that staying close to my family is especially important. And it's important to coach our children on how to be positive and to look at the glass half full as well. I've also learned to be a better listener to many people that are hurting emotionally. And yes, the pandemic is a tragic thing that has happened to all of us, but it's also happened to all of us. So let's do this together as we say no to the negative thoughts and the people that come in and out of our lives, and instead say yes to returning to family, faith, and friendships. As you may recall, when 9/11 struck, they all said that things were not going to stay the same. Things like will never be the same or life has changed forever. And of course, some of that is true. Going to the airport is much different today than it was prior to 9/11. And I suspect shaking hands and using hand sanitizer and social distancing will be the new norm going forward. So all I ask is that we agree together that we will make it through this and that God has a plan. We will just have to wait and see what that plan turns out to be. And before I go, I really cannot end this without a thought on the election. It's here and it's polarizing. To me, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you stand on. I want to be your friend, and I strongly believe that people need to learn how to disagree and still be friends. And if history tells us anything, we will make it through this election too. At iWealth, we have been studying returns in the stock market since the beginning, and a few common threads have emerged. First, voting in a Republican or a Democrat does not seem to really matter long-term with the stock market. And if it's a divided government like we have today, with the Democrats controlling the House and the Republicans controlling the Senate, this is generally good for the markets. Typically, this type of divided government is hard to pass any legislation that's not middle of the road, since the other party will simply block it, opening up the path to a more common sense approach to government. Long-term returns have shown that divided government is good for you and me. So let's just see what the election brings and take it from there. Many political pundits believe things will remain divided no matter who the president becomes. To finish up, let's take a minute and remember what I said earlier about living with the glass half full. Despite COVID, we can still look forward to the future with some slowing down, a focus on family, and a great way of life. We live in the best country in the world, and just the fact that we live here means we are all very blessed. Have a great day.